Right then folks, I'm back and we're here back in American Truck Simulator. Now I've just got me a drink, so while I'm sorting out my mobile phone to hopefully bring up the chat. Now I do apologise to the last person that left comments, Michael, as for some reason our chat, they keep up with me as it should have done. And it's still they doing it now. So anyway, now it does say I'm live. Now I've changed my truck out. I've gone for a Kenworth, and I think that should be live now. Yep, so I am live. Let's just make sure. Yep, man from Del Monte, you say yep. Let's just get the headset right. Now, the only thing with this Kenworth I don't like is, of course, my speed. I know I can see it there visually in front of me like a big round dial, but it's nice to see it as if you watch the dash. See how that's changing? I would have loved seeing miles per hour inside there rather than fuel economy and gauges, because we don't use them. Fuel distance and all that shit. Yep, because I tend to speed sometimes. Anyway, it's a 18 wheeler or 18 wheel gearbox, and I've gone wrong already. So I'm popping across the grass because this is where I want to be. I go and pick a job up. I can't be arsed driving all the way around. So old Wheelbase. Let's have a look what he's got for me. Nah, can I do any welder truck jobs from this distance? Computer says no still. Try that again. Let's get to normal jobs. Let's see where it's sending with. Right. That I have had journey. Frozen lamb all the way from Oklahoma to Washington. Well, Seattle. That's the state. Right, we need a better tool on this truck though, don't we? Let's have a look. We'll take that one. Refrigerated. Right, so we'll take this lamb on a nice 33-hour journey. It's 1,957 miles here in American trucks. So it's one way to test this out. Now I'm hoping it's around this front part. Yeah, it is. Here it is. I've changed nothing else. I need the truck and the skin. I'm rocking an Harley Davidson skin in it. So now, hold on, let's get back into the cab view. That tends to be a little bit noisier. Now I did say that I was going to show you the back of a trailer view, yeah, but unfortunately I misread Milan, his video, what he posted. It's for Euro trucks and not American trucks. So what I shall do is we'll do this stream, this one job, and then I'll jump over to Euro trucks and we'll show you this new mod that's come out so we can have a look. Well, I say we might do, I might do, because once I'm in this American, it's hard for me to jump out of it now, due to the fact that it's a nice big massive map. I do enjoy being in it, especially now I've got everything working nice. 2 cameras. Stream's good at 4K. My headset's good, is in TrackIR. So I don't see why I should come really out of it just for a little mod. You know.
Turn left.
And I put loads of stuff back in this cab. I haven't put the woman in. I've just put what I've got here. Now, again, I ain't sure which, because I've got profiles, you see, for this TrackIR. Sometimes it jumps out of profiles. Oh, I don't think it has though, to be fair. It's only when you restart the software that it does that. Whatever you set as defaults, and I don't think, because I've got that many different profiles for that, well, selection of games like Project Cars, Assetto Corsa, this, Euro Trucks, a few others. I've set custom profiles, which is a good thing really, rather than keep tweaking one profile, having a few different ones. Basically, I set it up as I should have done. When I open the game, it automatically jumps to that profile. Yeah, that's something else that I need to do. Now, my phone is turning, so does that mean my stream has stopped? I see any trouble being on this bag of shit PC. I don't think I'm going out real time. So if I do tend to lag a bit on the live stream, you know why, folks. It's no good keep repeating myself, but I am struggling. But I'm doing my best for this.
Keep left.
Anyway, doing my way. Now, it's a good job I got over, because I'd have been hitting them barriers. Now this Kenworth does drive like a dream, although they both do. All three of these trucks drive nice. The only thing I wish the steering wheels was a little bit rounder, so you could see all your dials, because when you move steering wheel sometimes, like you know, if I bring the steering wheel up higher, then it covers the petrol gauge. If I take it too down, it covers the top one, so I call win, yeah? Again, most of the dials on there don't interest me. I don't look at the water pressure, battery. Again, am they moving? I don't know. I mean, we don't have to check. Say like we have to check water pressure and stuff in the game. Again, you know, that would be, whether it could be a thing that could come at a later stage. I've just watched a little video on Twitter, something about the garages, and of course CSC got it under wraps. Just shows this little truck coming out of the garage. Not fully, it's a bit dark, and then it's coming soon. So whatever that is, I haven't got a clue. And CSC ain't really giving us many hints, bless them. Anyway, something's happening. Anyway, I'm doing 45 in a 75 zone. But again, even these are doing 75 mile an hour. Again, this is one thing when any computer, oh no, we've all got to get over anyway, as there's a roadblock or there's some accident, so of course all these cars will let every other car through. But I was going to say was, can these 3 police cars And the police go and he's gonna let the police go, eh? So I'll be nice and let the copper go on then. And him. Go on, hurry up. If any cars, computer generated cars, and behind a police car, they'll go ever so slow and never stick to the speeds of the road, yeah? Whatever these road speeds say, they won't stick to them if them behind a police car. So, as you're driving through here, if you tend to see a bit of a queue, you can guarantee there's a police car in front of him. And it's okay for a little bit, but it gets annoying when you know you've got to get your delivery delivered at a certain time again. I know it's only a game, folks, but if you're going to play it properly, or take it serious enough. I mean, for me it's about making the money, but you do want to make it as good as you can do it, eh? Now I've noticed, whether it's me or it could be an update, the further these cars are going away, the blurrier they am, unless my eyes are getting that poorly. Again, I don't know if it's something that's been added to the game. I tend to notice that. Again, it's a good thing, like the field of view. Things do tend to get blurred, and as they get closer they get more sharper. But these are, as I said in the last stream, these are at 400% resolution. I'm at 150, so they're at their max. Yet. There will be. Now I don't know what's the matter with this road, but there's police everywhere. I'm trying to say something. The man is still doing 55, well, just over 55 mile an hour.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Now I've got to stay behind this police car because I'm turning off here. Because if I hadn't have gone, I'd have put my foot down. Or is he turning as well? Yep, he's following, or I'm following him.
Exit right.
There ain't much choice. And have you noticed, folks, it's daylight. I'm actually streaming in daylight for a change rather than it being dark. Hey, hallelujah. Anyway, let's have a look what's coming. Oh, I love doing that. I love sticking my head out the window, thinking, yep, look at that, eh? Oh, right, good old TrackIR. If anybody's thinking about buying a tracking bar over a VR headset, then don't make the mistake of buying a Tobii eye tracking, especially for this game, because you'll be wasting your money. TrackIR all the way, honestly. You will not be disappointed. And get the booth, get the clip, and the one that fits to the headphones. As
Go straight up.
they've both got the benefits. One, you don't have to wear no wires with one that fits to the hat. Okay, you have to wear the cap. And of course, if you got, like yourself, if you're a gamer and you clip the one onto your headset like this, it's a bit, you have to get a headset that ain't too wide, as it's a little bit harder to clip them to some of the modern day headsets that are out on the market at the moment. The clip don't go over the side. I just about wedged this on, so but once it's there, and it's brilliant. It's in real time as you move your head, as you can see. No lag, bang, done. None of this jumping about the screen like I was with the Tobii eye tracking. Tobii eye tracking's alright for shoot me games, but not for anything like this. We need precision to stay happening. And I'm judding all over the road, but that's due to the fact my wheel's set up. Now he's going to pull out on me, but again, expect it, let that wagon go as well. quite a few accidents. He normally waves the track bit, that motorbiker, but not today. It's good to just sit here and watch some of the animation. I enjoy watching it. Oops, better slow down. Again, I've noticed, especially with the modified maps, you do tend to get a few hills. A lot more hills than you get in the original DLCs. I mean, you wouldn't get an hill climb like this in the originals. Why the heck would you not? And you get different rumble strips as well. Like earlier on in the stream, I think I was in South Carolina, and as you would in the roads, you get like a little bit of tarmac, different tarmac, which was making me bounce all over the roads. Hey, that's nice, how that hill's coming into view in the distance. Let's see if we can move up to 7th. Well, just by going over these odd couple of squares, it was making me go all over the place. Now I don't know if my webcam is failing, so it looks like it's flickering. So when I get over the top of this hill, I'm just going to check my other webcam, because it looks like the back one is failing on me. But I have noticed that in the last couple of days, that this back one's keeps going wrong on me. So gears a sec, folks. Let's just pull in. Let's just have a look at Twitch. OBS. Right, where is it? Yeah, I thought it was. It's flickering on and off like there's no tomorrow. I have no idea why. So the only thing I can do, folks, is to disable it. Hold on. Right, where's that one? That's that one. Good thing about this, I can pull it out. That's got rid of it. Let's plug it back in. Now whether it works is a different thing. Gone off. So properties, I'm just going to enable it and disable it. See if that works, makes it any better. Right, okay for that. Okay. It just might have been a little bit of a dodgy USB lead. You know how they get. Right then, let's get back to the game. I just noticed that on my phone. I don't say it's happening already. Hold on, let me just have a look before I go anywhere. No, I'm wiggling about. It ain't happening now. I look like somebody's lost the plot. But hey, I probably have. Anyway, let's get back on to the job. Force that wagon behind me to turn the opposite way. I could be doing my stream and it's all going wrong. I could just see it on me. I mean, I'm only watching my chat on a tiny little Samsung phone, and I could see it flickering. Now I know I've got my lights flickering. But it all my lights. Oops, driving all over the place there. And we am going uphill, up an hill climb. And the road is a little bit uneven because it's throwing this Kenworth wheel about, just like it was in the other one. Police are on my case again. I mean, that's the force feedback I'm getting. Serious. But again, the stableness of this wagon has been took down to 0 on the truck and the trailer. So basically, if this road's a bit bumpy, then I'm feeling it, and I feel it through the steering wheel as well as the cushion. So for me, it feels like I'm in a truck. Otherwise, I tend to nod off. I've got to be truthful, folks. You sit here that long sometimes, and the next minute you've hit something. It's just like you probably would if you was driving real. Again, I've never drove a truck. Car I have, not a truck. Especially never one of these. Again, coming from the UK, I'll doubt if I'll ever drive one of these in the real world. I'll drive one in the sim. But that's about all. Right, what we're doing, 75 mile an hour. Now that's a bit, eh? You ain't supposed to go through there, but look how high that arrow is. Oh well, never mind. This is a 75 mile road, and I am doing 60. So I'm going to get over a bit. I'm going to stick my lights on. That's my hazards. I'm going to pull my wire because I'm sitting on it. I thought something was tight around the back of me there. Which is just move my headset. And again, swaying all over the road. Again, I ain't actually swaying myself. It's the actual way the wheel's throwing my wheel across the road. I could turn it all off and make it all nice and smooth, but that don't feel realistic, honestly. This feels realistic, really realistic. Hence why I'm keeping it like it. I used to put all these physics mods, which was on Steam Workshop on. Don't need to do it, not when it's in its own the software itself now. Ooh, now these guys have got to be, I bet you, them in front, there's a police car in front of that wagon. What's he doing here? That's why I hate these computer generated cars, man. They cause me more crashes than anything. Just, oh it's there's an oil tanker. I thought it was a police car in front. It might be a police car in front of the oil tanker. Now I did in both games start playing these with 6 gears. Well, of course, when you've got American truck like this, you don't want to be messing about with 6 gears at least. So I went back to using the full 18. I love to go up and down the gearbox in this American trucks. I mean, I know we don't have 18 gears in Euro. I think the most I've got is 12, I think. But to have the full... The only thing I ain't keen on is where's the air horns in Euro truck, in American trucks? There's no air horns, man. Oh, come on. Allow us to go over. Is he gonna slow down? Is he heck? He ain't gonna let me go in. Neither is the other one. So I'm going over now. I'll make you slow down. Now, because I can't see the dials right, because of the steering wheel, I can't see what time it is in the game. Now it's night time, but I can't actually see the time. So I don't want to pause the game just to bring up my steering wheel just a bit, because it's more important for me to know exactly how much diesel I've got in the tank than it is to know what time it is. But the time is in the top left corner, and it don't matter how much I bring this headset up, it's due to the wheel. There's quite a few cars still left on this road, even though it's coming up for night time in the game. But I do love how it goes through night and day. Again, you should take rests by doing parking up like. Once I learned how to turn it off. I mean, what used to baffle me when I first started to play this game was, why is everybody on Truckers MP overtaking me? Hey? And all it was is, if you take a World of Trucks jobs, you're restricted in speed. It's the same in the game without playing multiplayer. The World of Trucks jobs will go a lot slower than the normal jobs. So if you do check that, I mean, it's all about speed, and this is a speedy game. But sometimes when you're on open roads, if this was an empty motorway, I think I'd put my foot down a little bit, yeah. But not at the moment, because too many cars on, and you wouldn't do that in the real world. And I could do it now because of the stability. Oh, I can't get that word out. How stable the truck isn't. Yeah. We're turning it all off. I'm actually holding onto the steering wheel for dear life, and it's still twitching. So that just tells you. And I ain't got the force feedback up that much. I think I've got it on. I don't know if I've got it on full in the settings, and then I've tweaked it down on the Fanatec wheel itself. I think that's what I've done. Again, it's been a bit since I've got into the settings for tweaking them. Now, there's one thing I forgot to do, and that was to put the dashboard light inside here. So basically, the only lights I've got is from sync cars and the light from the Christmas tree and the gauges. Whoa, here we go. That is all we've got at the present time, as in lighting. So if we do stay in American trucks after this job, I will put a little light in the cab. Makes it less dark. Nice when it's dark. I love about this game. The first time I played it, I did a job and I went through the desert. Well, it looked like a desert. It's been a long time since I've done that. And I was like, man, how dark is this game? But now, I love driving in the dark. I love driving in the dark in the real world. But I love it even more playing it in Euro. But it ain't very good for streaming, is it? Due to the fact you can't see nothing. But you can see the cars for miles with the headlights. You know. Unless it's foggy. It's the only time I've not been able to see any of their cars when I played this with the weather modding, and I cannot find it. I cannot find that weather mod anywhere. I'm hoping that it's still on my other computer in my mod folder. I'm gonna have to try it because I do like a bit of fog. The rain's okay, and I liked the snow mod as well. Again, when I had pro mods on, there was a place where you could drive and it was snowing, so you got the snow on the ground, and it was good. But I did actually put the weather mod in for the snow. Again, it just adds a little bit something different to the game. I wish they did weather, as in, you know, sleet, snow, rain, hail. Again, I know it's a lot for the people of CSC to do, but I wish there was a way of, you know, rather than it just be rain, you know, it could vary the weather. That would make this game so awesome. You know, having different styles of bad weather. And not make it like repetitive, you know, really random it up. It would make it, because, you know, when it just rains, that's it. I mean, with the mod I've got in at the moment for the weather, it'll give you light showers, then it'll be a bit heavy, and then it'll be really heavy showers. Now that was in the last stream I did a couple of hours ago. It really did rain, so of course with the window wipers I really did have to speed them up a bit to make sure it cleared the windows. I mean, the rain's really slick enough. I can't take that away from them who's made the mod. It's just rain though, innit? You know, I mean, I've tried a couple of rain mods. The only thing lacking is still the thunder and lightning sounds. It just ain't loud enough. Now the one I used before with the really bad fog, that was as really loud. You could hear that inside the cab. So when you did this, well, it's loud now because it's night time. But when you stuck your head out the cab, you could really hear the thunder when it went, and I missed that. And as for driving with the fog, Jesus, you couldn't see nothing in the game. I did a small video. I know it's on my YouTube channel here. So it's on one of the videos. I think it's in Euro Trucks actually. Euro Trucks folder. It is the best weather mod I've seen so far. I mean, I'll leave it a couple of weeks and then I'll go and have a sit-in Steam workshop for a couple of hours, see if there's anything worth downloading.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Right, I thought my sat woman had gone asleep.
Exit right.
Nice. Take it easy now. It says on the sign, going at 35 mile an hour. Could tip over your wagon. So I'll do 15. And it is what it does say on these signs. If you do tend to go around these corners faster than the signs say, you do tip your wagon. I've done it myself. I've even done it on streams. So it is easy to do. That's what the signs are there for in the game. I know you can have a laugh and that. I mean, when I first come on, like anybody would, you know, it's all the thrill, getting the steering wheel, racing as fast as you can, driving as fast as you can. But for me, Euro Trucks is just to sit back of a night after work or whatever and just chill. This is one of the most chill back, relaxing games I've ever played. The only time it don't get relaxing is when you go on Truckers MP and you get idiots. But again, we all don't drive at the same, do we? You know, there is a lot of people that do take this game serious. Now I do find that when I play this online in Truckers MP on the American side, they do take this game serious and they'll play it properly. Again, I can't say much now about Truckers MP because I have been on it since the update with Pro Mods. Because to be fair, I do miss the traffic, and when it's like how it is here at the UK time now, it's just gone 12 o'clock at night, there ain't many people on it. Yeah, so basically you're driving up roads on your own. At least when you're playing it in game like I am now, I've got some traffic on the road, so you know. and I do end up abusing people on the mic. I don't mean to, but you know, if you're playing this game and you're streaming it, you're sitting there for three hours plus, doing a good 2 hour stream or something like that, or 3 hours, and you get an idiot to crash into you in a little car, that really does my head in. They should ban the cars. It's a truck game, not a car game. So I don't know why. Now these two have crashed, look. And where's he going here? Just give him a tweet. Oh, I hate it. Look at these horns. Oh god, mate. Come on, where's it? Hey, these American trucks got now decent horns like in Euro trucks. At least you got some air horns. Anyway. Away we go again. You just get your speed up and they knock you straight back down, so you've got to build all that speed back up. More Christmas trees rocking and rolling all over on that dash. Now I've got some beacons, I think, eh? No, that's how I beam. Yep, I've got some. I forgot about my beacons. Might as well stick them on. It's about the only lighting I have got. Now it must be a cloudy night tonight because there's no stars in the sky in this. Again, I don't know if you see them though, with it being, the texture's not being set at 400. Again, that's something I had to work out. I was sitting here one night and my good friend says to me, have you put your textures on 400? I was like, on 400? I hadn't got a clue what he was on about. And of course, it gets rid of, scales the textures up. Again, I don't know what the quality's like, because there's nothing describing anything to you. If I had to send a message to a CSC software, it'd be like writing a book, because I'd be asking them that many questions about this game that they don't let we know about. Right, what's this? I'm just coming up for 65 and he's overtaking me. So how fast am I going? On 65, should be a 75 mile road. Again, he ain't rocking and rolling around the screen like I am. I can feel that trailer jiggling about, so there's no way I want to be doing 75, even though the road speed is 75. I'll do 65, that's good enough. As long as I don't hit no potholes or any uneven roads, because that's when this truck goes really bouncy. Now that's a sign, because he's braking in front. But it has been so much better. I've said it the other night. So much better sitting in a console. Sitting in the same position night after night after night. Get out the chair, go and do what you got to do, come back, click the chair back into the same position and carry on driving, whether it be in any game like this or a racing game. Oh, it's awesome. I mean, especially in games like F1, used to frustrate the hell out of me. I'd get into a great position or somebody would shout at me or the phone would ring and I'd have to get out of the position of my chair. Now it's just, you know, push the chair back. Of course, how I'm situated in this one, I have to push the chair all the way back so I can get out. But I know exactly where to put it back to actually put myself back into the chair, and it's really, really good. mean, don't get me wrong, you can play these kind of games on desktops and stuff like that, but I think being in a console and a proper rig and whatever, it just brings it a bit more better for me. It's felt like I've gone to an arcade. That's what it feels like now, having your own arcade in your own bedroom. Well, mine is in my bedroom. I'm gonna have to start putting 50 pence in every time I have a go on it. One way to make me some money. As you notice now, through the night, trucks are many on the road. There's no police, there's no sirens. It does start picking up them kind of sounds till about, I don't know, 5-6 o'clock in the game itself. So you lose the sirens, you might have one or two if we're lucky. Right, I'm just coming up to that 75 miles an hour, so I just want to do about 65, as I don't want to tip this wagon over. I can see it rocking in my wing mirror. I can see it twisting about. That's something what I've noticed in some of these mods as well, putting height restrictions above bridges. That was one night in Euro Trucks. I'd put Pro mods on, driving on the outskirts of London, and there's a height restriction. And of course, you know, you're there talking away, doing your stream, and bang, I hit it full speed. I was like, oh shit. If it had been like a car game and you lose like parts of your car, I would have lost the top of the wagon. There's only one. Again, I wouldn't know if it's still in Pro mods because I run it at the moment. I'm waiting for the 136 update, as I said before earlier on, before I put Pro mods on again, because I know Pro mods will have to update their stuff again. So there's no point in putting it on, and I really do wish that CSC would hurry up and put 136 out. It's been in beta stage for some time now. I'm just hoping that all the mods I've got for Euro Trucks will still work once they update it as well. It's nothing more frustrating than having your stuff all work and then they go and do an update and everything stops working. Again, I know that's the thing about modding. You are supposed to modify the game as in such. But if you can make the game better, I mean, it'd be nice if all these people come together as one, yeah, and made the ultimate map, yeah. You know, like say give one group, well, you do that part of the world, and you do that part of the world, and you do that, and then we all come together, and then make it just one off, you know. That would be so much better, rather than, you know, making a map and then the people like CSC updating a map and making people to go and change the map again and so on and so on. Now I'm noticing as well a lot of new, whether it's a mod in my folder, but a lot of new advertisements on these wagons. I've never seen half of these, whether it's some half put on, I ain't sure. You know, over time you get used to seeing the same kind of advertisements on trucks and that. This road's going into one, is it? Yep, the speed limit's still 75, I'm only doing 65. I have got it opened up at 18 gears now, full 18. They're rocking my Christmas tree around that much. It's all good in the hood, as they say. But it is making more disco lights flash, that's for sure. I've only got the one set, well, I've got 8 little strips on tonight. They're supposed to be originally for cars, for car interior, but they'll do for what I need them for. I have got a strobe light that will do me pedals as well, but of course not with having the pedals attached, well, the web camera for my pedals. It's pointless turning the strobe on. Now trust me to be going uphill because I cannot get speed I need, so let's jump into 17th. See if I can just overtake these few wagons and get up this little bit of an hill without speeding. Again, a couple of more, few digits are going to wait. All I don't want to see now is the road go into one. It has done that in the past. And I am all over the road. Well, I am all over the road as in driving on the other side of the road, but I am shaking all over the road. That's to do with stableness of the truck and more force feedback. So again, and I have now reduced my speed back to, was it 60 mile an hour, and I'm still going slower than what the speed limit says. Again, with these bends and turns, this is the good thing about putting modified maps in. You don't know what to expect. With CSC, you know exactly what you're going to get. You ain't going to get none of these dodgy, well, I wouldn't call them dodgy textures, but you ain't going to get nothing that's going to really bump your truck around any, like level crossings, a little bit of dirt road, pebble road, stuff like that. In this, you never know. You really don't know. Pro mods do it, EAA maps do it. EAA maps is brilliant for it. I mean, there's a lot of that I ain't uncovered yet because there's absolutely loads. If anybody's looking to put a modified map on and want some area that's massive and it's only 2 files, go and download the EAA map. Yeah, it's bigger than all the DLCs for Euro trucks, and it takes 2 seconds to install in your mod folder, and it really adds a load more to the game. But if you like, you know, going over uneven roads and stuff like that, then trust me, that's the modified map for you. I got stuck one night in what's supposed to simulate mud. It took me at least, I don't know, 45 minutes to get out of it. Unfortunately, I was streaming it on Facebook. I should have been streaming it on YouTube. The quality is absolutely shit on Facebook. Hey? I'm getting a bit fed up of Facebook, to be fair, streaming on there. I do it on through, I do it on here, I do it on Twitch, of course. Twitch ain't too bad. But you know, YouTube does rock. YouTube is the place to be for gamers, I think. At least you can put the quality out here on Facebook, YouTube, sorry. Where on Facebook all they want is your money. I mean, I've just done a 2-hour stream tonight on Facebook. As soon as I actually finished the stream, I had a pop-up. If you give us £16, we can get out to 4,000 some odd people. Should be getting out to 4,000 some odd people as it is. Yeah? Shouldn't have to pay to get out to that many people. I'm already advertising their channel for being on it. Yeah? That's what knocks me. Just money grabbers, Facebook. And then they're managing you 720p. I mean, I'm sat here now, I'm streaming this at 4K. You know, and then you've got to go and downgrade your quality to 720 because Facebook just some so shit. I don't think so. I don't pay all this money to watch my quality in 720p. You know what I mean? Probably might have done 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And I've noticed, even if you upload a video, their streams don't start in 4K. I've uploaded 4K videos. Say if I've recorded this in the day because of the computer being a little bit poor, and I've uploaded a video, it takes it ages to kick into the 4K. Where if you upload it to YouTube, even Twitch, I'll give 1080p. You know, 1080p ain't bad. 60 frames a second. I know you can probably go higher. It's watchable, but 720 artifacts and everything, it looks absolutely crap. Unless you've got the subscribers on Facebook, you ain't getting nowhere, or you ain't paying for it. You've definitely got to pay for it. I don't think that's right, man. But again, I mean, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about streaming on social media sites that are making us pay to do something that we enjoy doing? You know what I mean? Shouldn't be happening. We ain't benefiting from it. Anyway, when this diesel tank gets halfway, I'm going to fill up. I'm probably going to check my steering wheel. Oh, I love that how it's jiggling me about on here now. I mean, it don't look good for the stream, I don't know. I mean, some say that they'll like it when it's jiggling about, but that is the steering wheel. That's got nothing to do with me, that's just the way the cab is. I can keep that as central as possible, and it's still jiggling me about. That's the road, which is great in that, great feeling in the hand. It really does feel like I'm driving. Speed's gone up a little bit, although I have gone down 2 gears. It's a little bit hard to see on the dashboard. I'm in 68 gear, 65 mile an hour on 75 mile road. Car's overtaking me. Truck's overtaking me, but hey, better to keep at a fairly good speed. Oops. Just taking my eyes off the road then for a second to have a look at the phone. Now, as I say, there's got to be an accident. Every time you see an helicopter in the sky, guarantee there's an accident. And there's your accident on the left side of the road. Always indicates it. let's bang that into 17th. Again, now we're going to have to go over to the other side of the road, like, I think. Now we take, sometimes they have signs telling you to move over the lane. That's just a police car pulled somebody over in the game.
Go straight up.
And according to this, I've drove up here before, because all this is yellow. If it got a bit of grey in it, that would indicate that I've never been up here before. So again, I can remember the maps are so big, and of course you do drive. If you play this as much as I do, you do drive this a lot, and you get to places. I mean, that looks alright over the back of there. I just really can't wait to appreciate this game at 400 res. Right, now here we go with that accident again, where it's an accident waiting has happened. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to park it here. I know you shouldn't really park it in the middle of a road, but I can't go down. So we've got to open up the map, and we've got to reroute. Oh dear, it always causes that now. Where can I reroute to get to that? Yeah. Right, we're trying to go up to here. So we was going through, where are we trying to get to? I'm here now. Will it take me that way? Right, we're going to go through Price, Province, Salt Lake City, Oregon, Twin Falls, Ontario. We're going another 22 hours added journey due to that crash. Yep. Is it still sending me that way? Hold on. Let's get this right, because I want to be driving all the way around. Hold on, reset the map. So that was going to send us this way. Come on, map. Right, do that. Right, that's what it's going to do. 22-hour journey now. Nah, I've just stalled the wagon. But it don't help being stuck in 13th gear. Hold on. Getting all my buttons confused here now. .com. Right. Right, there's recomputing. We can't get down there due to that crash. So as that's, oh, you can't see it now, and I got the thing to go over the top like in Euro. I configured that, yeah, in this, where you can fly out with a map. I will do that some stage. But our journey has now got extremely long. I'd got it down to 22 hours of driving. So again, this is going to make the journey or the delivery late due to the fact now we can only go 65 on this bit of motorway. So let's get over. Again, this might be,
and then continue
I've got to get back over here in the left lane.
Go straight up.
And like I says, I do enjoy having the game reroute. You know, if it hadn't done, I probably wouldn't have drove down these roads. So it's one way of covering more grey area. Again, I'm uncovering these roads now. again, I know it's very good for yourselves in watching the stream. I call help day and night. So, you know, go just driving in the daytime. You have to do whatever the game throws at you. Ooh. Them air brakes kicking in. I love it. Let's just get over there. And away we go. Now it must be coming close to morning in the game because the police are on the case again. As I said, as soon as it starts to get morning time in the game, especially with this mod with the police with the sirens, they start making the wailing sound again. So you get like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, only based on game time, not in real time, without no police and the sirens. Here they go, look. So it tries to mimic rush hour traffic of a morning. Again, whether it does anything, I think it's just as a gimmick rather than it does anything based on the game. But again, it's still good. Yeah, start to see the daylight coming in. Now it gradually goes lighter and lighter and lighter. Again, I of course see the time, no matter what I do. No, the time is just above where it says 15 on my dashboard. That's where the time indicator is in this Kenworth, so I'm in the shit, I can't see it. And there is not a lot I can do about it. As long as I don't exceed 65 mile an hour, I'm happy, boy. And that trailer don't start swaying no more than it's swaying. Because funny enough, I can feel the trailer pulling me as it's swaying. I know it sounds silly, but you can. I can buy me shaker cushion I'm sitting on. The more that shakes, the more my cushion vibrates my arse. And of course, the wheel as well, with the twitchiness. Right, 55 mile an hour is it now? Yeah. So I'm going to slow down and do the speed of the road. And here we've got a little bit. Another thing, when they see blue flashing lights, these computer generated cars slow down for policemen. What's the matter with them? And it's slow down for the police if I've done something wrong. Now I've now frozen and the game's crashed. That is the first time my game has crashed in ages. Right, rather than stop the stream, that is the first time this game has crashed in a long time. Yeah. So I'm just going to restart the game. I am going to end the stream. You can just see. Now why? What is that doing? My Steam is just going round. So I might have to stop that because it ain't even letting me load the game back up. Not good that. I could do nothing. Oh dear, and I was just getting into that. Even my wheel, my wheel still thinks I'm playing Euro Trucks. How bad is that? No, I've still got a good stream. I just got no game. So whether I've run out of memory, could be. Close that. Let's have a look at Steam. See if that's come back to life. Let me start my game again. Yes, it has. So, whether it will let me start the game, carry on, we will find out in a minute. Right, let's have a look. Makes my cushion stop rattling. Now you don't get no better live entertainment than that. Oh, now why is that crash detected? No shit, there was a crash detected. So there's something inside there that don't like. And I hope it's one of them moments where it's gonna crash and crash and crash, because trying to find out what causes your shit to crash is a nightmare. Now let's just see where this job is. Hopefully it pull me over the other side of the road. Oh, my A actually crashed, I don't think. Not to the point where it's wrecked my truck.
Keep left and then continue straight
So
on.
I'm back in. I'm back on the job.
Go straight on.
But whatever it did then, it just definitely daylight my PC. Everything went tits up then, the complete lot. Like I say, it's very often it does that. There's something it daylight then. But rather than stop the stream, just reload the game up. Now we've got one of these things where I've got to go over the other side of the road, as the arrow's telling me we've got to go across. Again, a little bit harder to see in the daytime. At least of a night you can see them all. You know exactly where you've got to go like. Now, like I said, the only thing I've got wrong with one of the mods, and I don't know which one it is when it comes to a text, so a font, something to do with it, it's causing the game to not write how you put in your windows wherever your truck's called. Yeah. Now it don't happen on Euro truck, it only happens in America, and if I take all the mods out, then it goes away. So it's something to do with one of the maps. It don't like it. It must be a font, and I thought it was a 136 problem when they updated, and it was actually a problem with one of the mods conflicting with 136. Yep, it's compatible. It don't affect the game, just affects that one thing, and of course not being able to find out what it is, you could really complain and say to the people that make it, do you realise that this is doing this and this and this, you know, and bring it to their attention if you don't know which one it is. So I don't want to be sitting here taking all my maps out. There ain't that many in the new 136 update. There's actually less gone back in. Still got the same areas, it's just they've combined the one part together now, but it's one of them that's conflicting. Again, it don't bother me, because if I put them names in anyway, all I put is abbreviation of Black Country Blitz PC Gaming in the window, and of course see through my mirrors when I do anyway. So without them in, I'm better off, because I can see through these two mirrors I put at the front of the cabin. Now I'm doing 75 and a 65, so let's slow down a little bit. Let's do the 65 mile an hour the road is saying. I'm still going too fast. So come down, I'm going to come down to 15th gear. If it goes into 15, there we go. Bring them revs down a bit, because they're a little bit right. Our morning will be kicking in very shortly. I can just see 540 in the morning. So it's just coming up for 20 to 6 in game. And that'll mean we'll be driving in daylight, as they say. Now again, no idea where we am without bringing up a big map. So, and anybody that follows my channel knows I don't try and bring up the big map all the while. The only time I bring the big map up is if I'm going out somewhere and I need to know how long it's going to take me roughly out to finish the stream. Times like now, when I should be getting my beauty sleep, because you know I don't really need a lot. I don't care how long it takes me to do the stream. I just do my stream and sit here and enjoy the game. If it takes me till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll sit here and enjoy my game. What's that say? Glenwood Canyon. Never even heard of it. I expect one of these times to drive around here and see Mount Rushmore, is it? Which is in America, with all them faces on the mountains. I did look for that, where the mods come out. Again, I think it's near Roswell 8 in the real world. It's how far from there, Mount Rushmore. That would be awesome if they put like a site like that in. Again. Ooh, now this is a modified area. This ain't your box standard CSC DLC. Not how these windy roads are. This is what I like about modified maps. They make you drive a lot sensible. And of course, look at that for scenery. You got like a motorway kind of network through mountains. Just don't get much better, honest to God, folks. It don't. I mean, if you've never modified or messed about with this game or Euro, then you know, do a little bit of research. YouTube's your best friend when it comes to looking for videos about this. Again, as I've mentioned, 2 names. Milan, he does your mods. Wombat, he does your combinations for your maps. He does a few mods as well, but map combos is his thing, I think, and he does really well with them. And it allows you to play games like I'm doing now. Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't see these areas. I mean, I've bought all the DLCs for this game that CSC have released, which of course the last one was Utah. But again, give it a couple of months, Utah will be covered. I covered Utah nearly in a couple of days. But when you go and download some of these mod maps like this, you ain't going to be covering these in a couple of days. You know what I mean? You might do it in about 6 months if you're lucky. You know what I mean? There's a big area, a lot of area. So now, before we just crashed, I was driving up the same road. So of course, with being rerouted, it's now given me the chance to open up even more grey area along this stretch of the map. Again, I ain't too sure of how much percent I've done of this map. Again, it's probably going to be quite low. I mean, if it's just the standard DLCs, then I ain't far off from completing all this. But if we're looking at with this new lot with all the map mods in, I've got a long way to go yet. Now there's that police car, like I said. See him up front? They've all really slowed down because there's a police car. Well, now's more time to shoot past the police car. Should be doing 75 more down. And we've gone again. We've crashed yet again. Folks, I'm going to have to end this stream because I'm going to have to find out what's making my shit crash. It doubted this all the while. So, sorry about that, folks. I'm going to have to end the stream and find out what's going down.